Welcome back to the Good Enough podcast. See, second week in a row, I have actually released like I want to be doing once a week. So one day I'll do an episode on consistency and how to stay consistent as a good enough mom. I actually have to write that down because that's a good idea for my next episode, how to stay consistent. But today I want to talk about making mom friends work. Remember Friends and how there's like four girls living single, four girls, golden girls, even like in their retirement years, four girls, just friends, hanging out together all the time, enough time to make a sitcom at least. And you're like, I don't have four friends, especially Sex and the City and Desperate Housewives. Like I grew up on those shows. So I always used to be like, well, I'm gonna have friends like that. That's what I thought. Like once I got married and moved, I thought like I would live like Desperate Housewives. I even used to think, which one am I? I was like, I'm Brie. I like to cook and I like to be clean. And oh boy, it doesn't work that way. One day I was watching maybe the new Sex and the City, and I texted my mom's group chat. And I said, yo, like, how come I don't have friends like this? And they're like, girl, nobody has friends like that. It is very hard to have mom friends when you are in your 30s, 40s, maybe 50s, it gets better, but it's just hard to have friends that you see all the time once you leave your 20s and all of you get busy. But let's figure out how to make mom friends work, because you need your mom friends. They're the ones who are going to help you when things are going bad. They're going to be there for you when things are going well. You learn from them. You relax with them. You go on vacations. If not, at least they give you ideas. So you do need your mom friends, especially because if something happens to you, you need your mom friends to like hold it down for you. Okay, so how do we make mom friends work? First thing, to you who are like newly married or still young in marriage or in relationships, once you get married, you need to keep your girlfriends still close. Don't assume that your partner is going to be your new best friend. Your spouse cannot be your best friend. You need to still keep your best friends, because that's what happens a lot. When one of the friend group girls gets married and has a baby, they disappear, another one disappears and stuff. Also, your husband, it's nice for them to keep their friends, have their night out, and you to keep your girlfriends and have your time away. In the beginning, it's so fun to be together all the time, but as you grow, you're going to need your friends. And if you didn't cultivate that, you won't have those people you can call at midnight, like, I just wanted to vent, or I'm outside your house, can I have some tea? You will not have that, and it's harder to build later on. So keep your friends despite the fact that you are now booed up. An easy way is you can have a group chat, which we do. I haven't seen all the moms in my Hot Mess Mama group chat. We haven't all four of us been together in one room in like 4 years. It's either 3 of us, 2 of us, or sometimes, none of us at all. But we do have the group chat, and that's where someone can go to say something that really bothers them. You're proud of your kid, you can brag over there. Nobody's gonna act like you're bragging. Whatever. You buy the best coffee, we wanna know about it, we are invested. And a group chat's better than posting on social media, because the responses are there. Like you see them better. On social media, you're looking at your other comments, your other likes, you're scrolling. But in a group chat, it's like exclusively that. So do a group chat, join a group chat, keep commenting and stuff in there. Facebook groups are also really great. There's so many I found recently, like for mothers who are pumping, and they're so encouraging. They are like talking about when they're discouraged about pumping, they're asking for advice, they're doing what, and you can make friends off those Facebook groups. So for me, when I needed an accountability partner, which I hope time hasn't started, oh my God, I have to go for my accountability meeting in 5 minutes, but I'll be ready. I found her in a Facebook group for like female entrepreneurs or something. And I just posted that I want someone who thinks this way and who we can be accountability partners with. And it's been like almost a year that we've been pushing. Actually, no, way less than that. It just feels long because she's helped me in so many ways. But we talk by Zoom twice a week, and we keep it to our goals and stuff. So we are more business than friendship. But even if you wanted friendship, there's a Facebook group called Sisters of LA. If you live in LA, you'll find a friend there. If you're going to a concert, you'll find someone else who's going, and you'll make friends. So that's a good one. Another one is just like, be approachable when you're outside. If you're at a cafe, say hi to ladies. It doesn't have to be about like getting picked up by dudes. You could just like have lady friends. I made a friend like on Saturday. I went to pick up my son somewhere, and there was a lady who was there who needed a seat because it was up a hill and nobody had told us. She was running out of breath, and my purse was there, so I gave her the seat. And I was like, I hope you're having a good day. Then we met outside, and I asked her, oh, who's your son? And she showed me her son, and I was like, oh, and our sons were actually friends. So I took her number. I was like, give me your number, and whenever we're on the other side of town, we'll hang out. Like, you can make mom friends also by like picking them up, I guess. That actually brings me to another way. I think that's the easiest way to make friends, is make friends with your kids' friends' moms. So your kid has a new friend at school, they keep mentioning that new friend, talk to their mom, find their number. It doesn't work all the time. There was a time my daughter was obsessed with this girl, and I always was trying to get the number, and the mom was like, yeah, but she didn't seem interested. And I texted her when she finally gave me a number. She never replied, and it's okay. My daughter moved on to someone else. It's totally fine. Who knows, maybe she was going through something, or maybe she's not and she's just evil, but whatever. Either way, we moved on. We found other friends that way, but that's a really good way to find friends. And it's so convenient if your kids already like each other and are friends, for you to be friends. Another way is to listen more than you speak. A lot of us nowadays, we just listen as a pause so we can interject. But people really love to be listened to. So if you become a good listener, you're going to attract a lot of good friends, especially mom friends, because nobody listens to them. Nobody listens to us. And then don't be judgy. Don't be judgy when people tell you stuff. Even if you don't really agree with what they're saying and it's not illegal, try to have an open mind. You just never know. There's so many things I used to judge people over that I used to think I would never do when I was in my 20s, and I've done like all of those things. So I think that's one way. Another way is, if you have friends, like you know people, but you've noticed you don't have good friends. In LA, people like to say that people are fake. Nobody's real, like genuine. I want you to be the genuine one. You start being the genuine one. Be the good friend you want to have. Be kind. Think of someone. Text them when you don't need anything. Don't text them when you know you're going to need something in a week or two. People can keep track of these things. Just out of the blue, if you think of someone who you are kind of friends with, text them. Invite them over or send them reels. Sending reels is a perfect way to like maintain your friendships. That's not too heavy when you're busy. Send reels to your friends and just show interest. People are going through so much, but if you are a good friend, they'll be a good friend back. All right. Another thing you could do is, like, let's say now you have a good friend already. You two just never have time for each other. One way we do is we run errands together. If she needs to grocery shop, we can do that together. If she has work to do on her laptop, she can come over and we'll work on our laptops together. Another friend of mine, our kids are in basketball together. So sometimes we'll go early and hang out in the parking lot and talk. I remember, a while back. This is also why it's convenient when it's your friend's kids. Our kids were at a birthday party. We got there early. My friend was going through something and we went and sat in her car and we just cried. She was telling me what was going on. I was crying. She was crying. Like, it was such a relief. And we could never have planned that, but we were just like, all right, well, you have to be here, How about we just come an hour early? So that's a good way to kind of maintain that. And then, I honestly think that's all I have for that episode. Trying to read to see if there's anything I forgot. Yeah. Oh, another thing I tell my friends sometimes is, if you're too busy, even if you send me an empty text or a text with eyes, and I have another friend, Stephanie, who loves to just send those eyes like, I'm looking at you. that's enough for someone to know that you're looking for them. So you don't have to have friends by investing hours and hours in them, in your friendship. You can just invest minutes here and there. And if you don't have those minutes, let your friends know how you're feeling so that they can help you to survive dark times. And if you need to know about surviving dark times, check out this episode. All right, guys, see you later.